Welcome to TYT Sports. Francis Maxwell, Jason Rubin here. First subject to get to, Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid made headlines everywhere in the world as they are facing a transfer debacle. Apparently they are going to be banned. Well, not apparently. They are banned from making transfers after this transfer window, which means you bet your bottom dollar the Galacticos are going to try and add in as many big names as they can. But let's first get some context on it. Let's look and see what Guillem Balague, our number one and everyone's number one La Liga correspondent, had to say on this.
Guillem, this is, of course, significant news for both Real and Atletico Madrid. The ban's been issued surrounding the transfer of players under the age of 18. And this is a familiar story, isn't it, if you go back to what happened to Barcelona?
Yeah, exactly. In April 2014, Barcelona was banned for the same reasons. They also had a monetary fine, which both Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid have had. And what it means, of course, is that in theory, there's a two transfer ban that will be next summer 2016, and January 2017. The hope for Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid is that they can convince FIFA to uphold the ban in the same exact way that Barcelona managed to do so. But the timings are different. Barcelona got banned in April. Now, Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid have been banned in January. So FIFA may say, no, you have enough time to appeal and everything else. In any case, that's the only hope. Otherwise, it means that they have now 20 days, or whatever's left of January, to sign, if they want to sign players that may be useful to them for the next two seasons.
So yes, it poses a problem for new coach for Real Madrid, Zinedine Zidane. He may need to go in to think about players not only to try and assist them this season, but looking going into next season. So let's throw up the quote, because it wasn't just a ban. Of course, they faced a fine. So this is a quote from BBC Sport, and this is obviously relating to the subject of bringing in minors without accurate registration. So they've been punished by a world governing body, FIFA, for breaching rules over the transfer of minors. Both clubs say they will appeal. The ban does not cover the current January transfer window. Atletico were fined 900,000 Swiss francs, £622,000, while Real were told to pay 360,000, which is 249,000 pounds.
Pocket change for them. For both of them, but especially Real Madrid.
Especially
they
for a team,
sneeze out 250,000 pounds.
A team that's funded by royalty, basically,
yeah.
And Perez is just swimming in money. But the reason why we wanted to bring this up, everyone knows this is not exactly new news, but Real Madrid, we know how active they are in the transfer window. They love to go out and spend. They're like a kid in a candy shop when it comes to the transfers. Zinedine Zidane, new manager coming in, he now has to think about next season.
Yeah.
I mean, he can only assume that no matter what happens with Real Madrid at the end of this transfer window and the end of the season, they'll still want to go and strengthen, because you never know which players might. This isn't going to stop transfers going out if people like Ronaldo wants to move. But buying players, how can they replace people? I don't think Ronaldo's going to move, but in the same light, he needs to think ahead. So Atletico Madrid, however, we don't think this is going to hit them as much. Because
no, they're in a different situation. And to touch on Real Madrid quickly, Real Madrid also has a deep level of talent.
Yeah.
If for whatever reason Bale were to leave, they can still compete in La Liga. If Ronaldo were to leave, they can still compete in La Liga.
Yeah,
they could. With Atletico Madrid, though, it's a different story, because the La Liga table, as you can see, they're on top.
Yes,
so
top of the table.
It really depends on the appeal and what happens. It seems like a lot, if you have the money, there's probably a way to get around FIFA. I'm not saying, but I'm just saying there's only some slight corruption going on from the world governing body of football.
FIFA makes a decision, Jason. It's set in stone. That's it. You're not getting anywhere around it.
Of course. But so if you take a look at the La Liga table, at La Liga table, you can see 1 through 20, and then if you zoom in even closer, really to the top 6, it gets interesting, because a shockingly different goal differential.
Yes.
But the most points. You can see their home and away records for Atletico Madrid. They're on top, 14-2-3 on the season, 44 points. Not far behind is Barcelona with 42 points, and they will be clashing together January 30th.
Yes.
In a very anticipated matchup. Obviously, it's not El Clasico, but it's like El Clasico's baby brother.
Yes, it's an exciting game nonetheless. And one of the things that stands out there, Jason, 8 goals conceded in the season for Atletico Madrid. Just a defensive powerhouse. Diego Simeone has formed that structure that is going to be hard to beat. So the point that we're going to bring up this clip is all the surrounding news, despite the transfer rumours, is Barcelona, how they're going to perform this season. Real Madrid, are they going to push Barcelona to the title? Barcelona do have a game in hand. They win that game, they go a point clear. They still have to play Atletico Madrid, as you mentioned. Why is no media coverage really looking at Atletico Madrid? This is a team that 2 years ago was so close to winning the Champions League, but won La Liga. They won it. They were the last team to kind of break that consistent run of Real Madrid and Barcelona winning La Liga titles. So why is no one looking at them? The reason why is because they're not as exciting. They don't bring in the names of Bale and Ronaldo. They do bring in replacement when they lose some of their big players. Mandzukic goes to Juventus. They bring in Jackson Martinez, but he hasn't really hit the heights. So what I meant in my previous comment, I don't think this transfer ban, it is going to hinder them. I don't think it's going to hinder them as much as someone like Real Madrid, though.
What I like about Atletico Madrid in the transfer window is that they're very active, and while the back pages, BBC Sport gathers the back pages from across the league. And what's amazing about it is they are quick. Mandzukic leaves, and immediately Griezmann comes in.
Yeah.
Jackson Martinez comes in, amidst, if you remember when you did your transfer breakdown, 10 or 11 other guys. But what's weird to me is that Jackson Martinez hasn't been... It's a tough word choice. I don't want to say unsuccessful, but not playing to the level that he can be. And there's still half a season remaining for him to potentially get back on the goal sheet. We actually have, which is the 11th element, which is their top goal scorers. I'm sorry, this is their form. Keep this up, actually, Jacory. Go back to the form.
Look at that.
That's a lot of green. And as you mentioned, it's only 8 goals conceded on the season. Only 3 in the last 10 games, 10
Unbelievable.
matches.
And that's where they're going to be strong. The defensive mind, the last point on it to take into account is that they're very strong defensively. Defensive teams have won championships in the past. They have won Champions Leagues in the past. Chelsea, Atletico Madrid in their prime a couple of seasons ago. Really hard to break down. So as long as they keep that back four, Godin, Jimenez, Juan Fran and Philip Luis, strong, stable back four, I don't think they will suffer as much. Whereas if Real Madrid, as we mentioned, they don't hit the heights this season and they go into the transfer market when they're looking at bringing in Rodriguez's and Cruz's and the likes of people that are going to come in to try and bring a new lease of life to the Galacticos. That's why they're called Galacticos, because they bring in all the biggest guys in there. I think they might struggle if they don't make those signings this fall. So hence the transfer rumours. Everyone's coming to Real Madrid. Everyone's got Hazard, bids for Hazard, bids for, I don't know why you bid for Hazard. No one's seen him in 5 months or something like that. But nonetheless, Real Madrid, I think, are going to be active.